The song she never sang? Sarah had a dream that wouldn't leave her alone. It followed her into the grocery store. It sat beside her on the bus ride home. It whispered to her when she lay awake at night. She wanted to make music. Not because she wanted fame, not because she wanted money, but because every song she wrote felt like a gift God had placed inside her. The problem was that Sarah believed she wasn't ready. She didn't have a recording studio. She didn't have expensive microphones. She didn't know people in the music industry. She didn't have thousands of followers online. So she told herself the same thing year after year. One day when I have more money, one day when I have better equipment, one day when I have more confidence, one day when everything's in place. One day. But one day never came. Months turned into years. The notebook beside her bed filled with lyrics. Melodies filled her voice notes. Ideas filled her heart. Yet none of them ever left her room. Whenever friends encouraged her, she would smile and say, "I'm waiting for the right time." Deep down, she believed she was being wise. But in reality, she was afraid. Afraid people would laugh. Afraid nobody would listen. Afraid she would fail. One Sunday morning, her pastor preached from Ecclesiastes 11:4. Whoever watches the wind will not plant. Whoever looks at the clouds will not reap. The words hit her differently. She couldn't stop thinking about them. That afternoon she sat in her car staring out the window. The Holy Spirit seemed to ask a simple question. "Sarah, what are you waiting for?" She immediately had a list of answers. "I need better equipment. I need more money. I need more followers. I need more time." But another thought followed. What if those are excuses? The question unsettled her. That evening she pulled out her notebook. Inside were songs she had written over 5 years. 5 years. 5 years of waiting. 5 years of preparing. 5 years of dreaming. Yet she had never truly started. Tears filled her eyes. She suddenly realized something. The people she admired had not started with everything. They started with something: a borrowed microphone, a small audience, a simple phone camera, an imperfect beginning. The next day, Sarah made a decision. She wasn't going to wait any longer. She downloaded a free recording app. She used the old earphones she already owned. She found a quiet corner in her apartment. And for the first time, she recorded one of her songs. When she listened back to it, she cringed. The sound quality wasn't great. Her voice wasn't perfect. The room echoed. Part of her wanted to delete it, but another part remembered the verse. Whoever watches the wind will not plant. So instead of deleting it, she posted it online. Then she prayed, "God, this is all I have right now. I'm giving it to you." For 3 days, almost nobody listened. A week later, it had only a handful of views. Sarah felt disappointed. Maybe she was right to wait. Maybe she wasn't good enough. Maybe nothing would happen. But as she remembered something else, farmers don't plant seed and dig it up every day to see if it's growing. They plant, they water, and they trust. So she kept going. She recorded another song, and another, and another. Slowly, she improved. Her confidence grew. Her audience grew. Not overnight, not dramatically, but steadily. One evening, she received a message from a woman she had never met. The message read, "You don't know me, but your song helped me through one of the darkest seasons of my life. I was ready to give up. Then I heard your music, and it reminded me that God still sees me." Sarah read the message 3 times. Then she cried, not because she had become famous, not because she had gone viral, but because she finally understood. The purpose of her gift was never to sit in a notebook. It was meant to be shared. Years later, Sarah would stand on stages she once only dreamed about. She would record in professional studios. She would have equipment she once couldn't afford. She would reach people in places she had never imagined. But whenever someone asked how she got started, she always smiled. Then she pointed to an old pair of earphones she kept in a drawer. They were my first microphone. People would laugh. Then she would explain, I spent years waiting for perfect conditions. The day my life changed was the day I stopped waiting. She learned that God often blesses movement. The Red Sea didn't part before the people walked toward it. The priests carrying the ark didn't see the river stop until they stepped into it. Peter didn't walk on water while sitting safely in the boat. Faith moves first. Then God does what only He can do. Looking back, Sarah realized something profound. The greatest obstacle wasn't a lack of resources. It wasn't a lack of money. It wasn't a lack of opportunity. It was fear disguised as preparation. The dream wasn't waiting for perfect conditions. The dream was waiting for her first step. And the moment she finally took it, everything began to change. Because sometimes the miracle isn't found at the end of the journey. Sometimes the miracle begins the moment you stop, waiting for the perfect time and start, walking by faith. After all, whoever watches the wind will not plant, and whoever looks at the clouds will not reap. The end.